My name is Liselle LaFrance, and I've been the director of Historic Cherry Hill here in Albany since 1991. The site, lived in for nearly 200 years by 5 generations of the Van Rensselaer family, boasts an intact family collection of 20,000 objects, 30,000 manuscripts, 7,500 textiles, 5,000 books, and 3,000 photographs. All of our tours, programs, and publications tell a nationally significant story through a personal family lens. Throughout my tenure, the New York State Council on the Arts has provided generous support that has been integral to our development of award-winning, curriculum-related education programs and publications, and a tour that was praised in the Journal of American History, as well as to the construction of a state-of-the-art collection, storage, and research facility that enables us to care for the unique and significant collections that we hold and the public trust. In May 2007, Historic Cherry Hill was awarded a prestigious challenge grant from the National Endowment for the Humanities, one of only 7 awards nationwide. To secure the $575,000 grant, the museum must raise matching funds on a 3-to-1 basis. The goal of the NEH grant and $2.3 million capital campaign is to transform Cherry Hill from just a historic house museum into a center for the study and interpretation of American social, political, and economic history. The museum has successfully met its first 2 NEH benchmarks, and until now was well on its way to the 3rd. Due to unfortunate timing, Historic Cherry Hill was among those organizations caught in NYSCA's last review cycle, and as a result, 2 critically needed grants are threatened. The first, through the capital program, would enable us to undertake sorely needed restoration of the more than 50 windows in the 1787 historic structure, many of which show significant signs of water entry, a threat to both the house and collections within. A NYSCA capital grant would help us leverage NEH funds, but more importantly, provide a tighter building envelope, leading to a better overall environment for the objects in our care, as well as better energy efficiency. The second threatened grant is general operating support from the museum program, a greatly needed source of support that Historic Cherry Hill has been continuously awarded since the 1980s. The fact that this source is threatened is particularly frustrating because, in a good news, bad news scenario, our review had been deferred and previous grant extended for 2 years because of NYSCA's limited personnel and travel resources. GOS awards are made on a multi-year basis, typically for 3 years. As a site that is often pointed to as a model by the museum program, Historic Cherry Hill has not been reviewed for 5 years. While it is heartening to be thought of so highly, it is during the review the grant awards are typically increased. GOS and other grants from the museum program have allowed Historic Cherry Hill to develop an array of programs and publications that are highly valued by classroom teachers and that have won national awards. The newest school program, Voices from the Hill, 1787 to 1963, employs a model called Reader's Theater to teach 4th graders about abstract issues such as class and privilege, and has been described as groundbreaking. The museum's tour, The Rankins of Cherry Hill, Struggling with the Loss of Their World, was developed with NYSCA support and has been praised extensively by museum professionals across the country. In the Journal of American History Review, the reviewer concluded, Historic Cherry Hill has established a model that carries public history to a new conceptual plane. One has only to visit a small sampling of historic houses to realize what an accomplishment this is. Despite a successful early start to our capital campaign and our status as a model on many levels, Historic Cherry Hill's survival in 2009, the year of the Hudson Quadricentennial celebration, is in jeopardy due to the possible loss of NYSCA and other state funding. As an important 18th century site situated along the Hudson and associated with an early Dutch family, Cherry Hill's survival must be assured. While we recognize that difficult decisions must be made during this economic crisis, we ask that NYSCA's 2008-2009 funding be restored so that the full burden is not carried by just a handful of organizations, and that the 2009-2010 NYSCA budget be cut equitably and in line with other agencies. Thank you.